Well, hello, MOMnation. It is Katie again, your founder, and I am here with another Live and Learn. This is like one of my favorite things to do. Don't tell Ashley. She'll probably see this. She'll be like, I thought what Wednesday was your favorite thing to do. Well, it's on the list too. But I love Live and Learn because I get to meet all of our awesome entrepreneurial mamas, members of our group. That's typically who we have as a guest on this show. And they're always here to teach us something. So this is knowledge that we can take and use right away. Today is going to be just like that. And I'm super excited for today because the majority of us have four wheels that we drive around in, right? And we want to make sure that we keep it up to par as far as maintenance and all of that is concerned, because it's important. Like we're driving our kids to soccer practice and to school and going to do the groceries and all of that fun stuff that moms get to do, right? So we want to make sure those four wheels are operating like they should, they are safe, and we prolong the life of those four wheels because they ain't cheap. We'll just say that. Right, Alex?
That is correct.
Yeah. So today we have Alex with We Fix It Auto. They are located in Tempe, Arizona. But for those of you across the country and other MOMnation states that are hearing this, these are tips that you can use as well. So stick with us. Even though Alex is in Tempe, it is totally okay. Alex, why don't you tell us just a little bit about We Fix It Auto?
Yeah. So like you said, we're located in Tempe, Arizona. Right on the Scottsdale-Tempe border. My husband has owned the business since 2009, and I have stepped in a long time. And I've been helping out with a lot of the social media and marketing, and it's been great. We're very, very busy shop, and we offer a lot of really great things that I feel like kind of sets us apart too from some other auto repair shops. A few of the things are we have loaners, so we have loaner vehicles. So if you bring your car in, and let's say it needs some major repairs and it's going to take a couple days, and they're free. And we just bought a couple Volkswagen Jettas, very nice vehicles. So we have loaner vehicles, but we also offer pickup and drop off too. So let's say if you come in at 8 o'clock to get your oil changed or need some services, we'll give you a ride to work, and then we'll pick you up and bring you back because I know it can be difficult if you only have one vehicle, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's another good thing that we offer. We also have a warranty, 3-year, 36,000 miles on all of our services. So, if something just it ends up breaking again or something's not quite right, you just bring it back and it's covered by us. So we stand by our work. We're proud of what we do, and we provide good quality service. We have some great master technicians that work for us and great service advisors up at the front desk. And we do everything. I mean, we service all makes and models, and we do full service, full auto repair.
That's awesome. I've heard a lot about you. I didn't know about the warranty thing. And I feel like what you said is 100% accurate. I feel like I haven't heard that as far as, other auto mechanics offering that. So that's really cool. And what a great peace of mind, that there is some sort of warranty. I love warranties. I love the warranty on my air conditioner, my roof, that kind of thing. Why not on my car, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention too, we have financing. So, a lot of times if you have a major repair that it's going to cost you a couple $1,000s, and not everybody can pay that right away, but we have financing options to make that, affordable for you so you can get your car fixed.
That's awesome, because if, for some of us, if we don't have a car, we can't get to work. So it ends up being a vicious cycle.
Yes.
That's awesome. Another thing that I've heard about We Fix It Auto, and since we're all ladies here, I just wanted to ask you, just wanted to throw it out there. I'm 42 years old and I've lived a lot of life, and I have felt, before my husband came along, he's pretty car savvy, I have felt taken advantage of at other locations, not yours. I haven't taken my car to see you. I probably should. But I have felt in the past taken advantage of, just because maybe I'm a woman, I don't know. Maybe I don't look like I know anything about cars, which is pretty much true. But I've heard, because I know several people that do go to your shop. I've heard that it's a much different experience there as a woman.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my husband is, I'm just blown away every time I hear him on the phone. Like anytime somebody calls in, I mean, he wants to get to know you. Like we want customers for life. You know, we want to build a relationship, man, woman, you know, anybody. We want to get to know you and make you feel comfortable, and educate you too about we're here to provide, you know, solutions to your problems with your vehicle. We have digital inspections that we do, text message systems. So, you know, we'll communicate with you in the way that you're comfortable. And our service advisors, they're awesome. I mean, they, like I said, great customer service, and we strive to provide a warm, welcoming environment for everybody.
Well, I've heard some really great feedback. So it sounds like you're hitting your mark.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's jump into some car maintenance tips. You know, like I mentioned at the beginning, most of us are driving around on four wheels, and it's really, really important to keep that, keep that moving in the right direction. See what I did there? And prolong the life of that vehicle. So what are some things that maybe you see that people could be a little bit better at, or what are some tips that you have for this?
Sure. And, you know, it's something I learned even myself because I'm guilty of it too. Like, and I've been in the car business for 14 years, and I just drive my vehicle like oblivious to, oh, you know, crap, I need tires.
Right.
So, and that's something that we actually help with too. But the things that you should really pay attention to as far as, you know, maintenance on your vehicle, of course, you know, oil change. I think that one's pretty standard. Everybody kind of gets that one down. But you know, pay attention to the little noises. Sometimes if you hear something squeaking or you know, grinding, if you think, oh, I don't, you know, it's probably nothing. Well, if you keep driving it, it's likely to get worse. And then you could have that huge repair bill. So it's good to get things checked out when you notice them. And I would say too, it's important to pay attention to the tires. I think that's a huge one. I never paid attention. And then it's all of a sudden I look at my tires, and they're like bald. And I've seen so many cars in like parking lots, and it's like, oh my gosh, that tire could blow on you any second. And how many, you know, vehicles do you see on the side of the highway every day with a blown out tire? So
and how scary.
Very, and especially, I mean, for everybody, but if you have children, I mean, that's the last thing you want, you know, to be stranded on the side of the highway with your babies in the car. So
well, and it could cause, depending on the situation, if you're in high traffic, it could cause an accident. So now you're in even worse trouble than just having a blowout.
Exactly. Yes. So huge. Pay attention, just check them. And then you know, if that's something that we offer too, let's say even if you just come in for an oil change, you know, we'll give you an inspection. That's that digital inspection report. And it's going to tell you all the things like, okay, so maybe your brakes are in the yellow. So that means they're going to be due soon. Maybe not quite yet. You've still got a little bit of life on them. But I think that helps to educate people who don't know about the car maintenance. Right. You know, okay, yes, I'm going to need this soon and this soon. And so that's something that we provide as well. Kind of take the guessing game out of it, because not everybody knows. You know, I don't even know that much about all the engine parts and everything, but I trust, you know, that we take care of it, and we do.
So back to the tires, because I think that's a huge big deal also, and have been known to, like you, what do you mean I need new tires? That's crazy. So is there a way just by looking at it to tell, hey, we're starting to get to the point where it's going to be time to replace these, or you know what, these are still good, I'll check them again in 3 months, 6 months? Is there like something you should go by?
Yeah, there is a test. I think you can use like a penny in there, and depending on like how deep the penny sits in the tread, like halfway, or like if it's just like a quarter of it, you know. But also looking at it too, something I'll always do, it's just, if you can't quite tell by looking at it, but even just sticking your finger in between the tread. I mean, if it's basically flat or almost flat, you need new tires. if it goes in, your finger goes in, there's still a good dent, you've got some tread left. I mean, it's usually pretty easy to tell, just visually looking at it. Okay, I have good tread. Like, and if you get new tires, look at them or even take a picture of them when they're on there. Okay, this is what brand new tires look like. And then every, few months, depending on how much you drive, because if you only drive, few miles a day, your tires are gonna last you a lot longer versus if you're driving an hour back and forth to work every day and you're putting tons of miles on your car, your tires are gonna wear out a lot faster.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And here in Arizona, it may be different in other parts of the country, but here in Arizona, do you see an accelerated deterioration of tires because of the sun if, for instance, the car's not garaged?
Oh, for sure. The heat definitely affects it, especially like I said in the summer when the pavement's 150 or 160 degrees when it's 110 out. So it definitely affects the wear and tear on the vehicle, and the heat affects all the other parts too. Engine. That's our busiest season is summer because a lot of overheating is a big thing. A lot of air conditioning goes out, and on that too, another thing that's important is the filters. And I don't ever think about filters either.
Who does?
I know who thinks about filters. Like
your husband's gonna watch this and be like, ladies.
Yes, check these, and it's what's so important about these simple things like filters getting changed is that does help prolong the life of your vehicle. Just changing the small stuff and keeping that regular maintenance up is gonna really help prevent those major, repairs. Because like I said, if you just let it all go, that's when we see the car that comes in that needs $5,000 worth of work, and you don't want that bill. Just do the small stuff, keep it maintained regularly, and you're gonna avoid a lot of those huge costs.
It makes a lot of sense because there's other fluids in the car that we didn't talk about that probably need to be topped off, checked out, things like that. So I assume that gets done during a regular oil change, maintenance. All those fluids get checked. Is that typical?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we definitely check all the fluids, and you'll see if anything's low, it needs to be topped off. And the brakes too. That's a big one. A lot of people, the rotors on the brakes those pads wear down.
Yeah.
And that's a huge safety thing too, is your brakes. So that's something that we can always check, and very important to have checked and make sure your brakes are good.
Yeah, you don't want to hear grinding when you press on those brakes.
No.
That's bad.
No. Or squeaking. Yeah,
or
squeaky brakes. Yeah. There's an issue there.
Yeah. Something that has caught me a couple of times, especially here in Arizona, where we don't use it that much, but when we need it, is windshield washer fluid.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that funny? I made a meme post on our Instagram page when it was like the thunderstorms and raining, and it's like, windshield wipers, what are these? Like, oh, that's what they're for, because we don't need them that much in Arizona. And that's another thing we end up replacing a lot too. We will check your wiper blades, because a lot of people don't use them, and then it's like, oh, they're not working properly.
Right.
So that's another thing. Yeah, and those are very inexpensive. That's just something easy to have working good.
It's super easy, and it's a giant thing when you're stuck in a downpour, because it can pour here.
Yeah.
And I know that in other parts of the country, they deal with that same thing. And so if you're in a downpour and you're in the middle of rush hour traffic and you need those blades and those blades aren't working, that's scary too.
Extremely scary, yes. And like I said, even in other parts of the country, I'm from Washington State, and we have snow and ice up there. You better have windshield wipers that are working when it's snowing too. It's a big deal. Very important.
Yeah. And then back to tires real quick, because you made me think of it, because I'm from New England originally, from New Hampshire, and we are under snow and ice for like 8 months out of the year. Oh. And tires are a huge thing. We actually switch our tires to snow tires. Do you do that in Washington?
We did in Washington too. Yep.
Yeah, so you understand that. But the tread on the tires, what we were talking about, is important not only, to save you from blowouts, but for traction on the road. So if we have a huge monsoon and you've got super bald tires, you're that guy that's all over the place.
100%. And years ago, I had a car and same thing, that my tires were getting pretty worn and I was in rain, and it does not take much for you to hydroplane, which is terrifying.
Yep.
So yes, monsoon season, you better have good tires.
Totally agree. And for our friends in other parts of the country, maybe you don't change out your snow tires, or maybe you do. Keep an eye on your snow tires too, because man, that tread is just so important when you're dealing with rain, snow, and ice.
Huge, yes, very important, and it's a huge safety issue,
Totally agree. And it's the safety of ourselves and our own vehicle. And then we've got to think about other people, guys. There's other people on the road too. I mean, how terrible would I feel if I was neglecting my tires or neglecting my windshield wipers and I ended up hitting somebody and hurting somebody because of that,
Absolutely.
All right. Well, any other tip? I mean, that was a lot. Any other tips for us, Alex?
I think just like I said, the regular things, and pay attention to your vehicle. If you notice something's off, a lot of times too, I've noticed like when my steering wheel starts to get crooked, I always notice that. So that means you might need an alignment. Which if you need an alignment, then your tires are going to be wearing in certain spots. So again, it's very important. So if you notice or if you accidentally, maybe hit a curb or something, it can affect.
Have we done that before, Alex?
I think most of us probably have. Oops. Yeah. But if you do, check your steering wheel afterwards, because if it's crooked, you might need alignment. And like I said, that can wear uneven on your tires, which is again a safety issue. So, and then just pay attention. If you hear odd, strange noises, if you're here locally, bring it in to us. We'll take 15 minutes. We'll check it out, and we'll give you an idea of, okay, this is what's going to be needed to be done. So
that's awesome. I love that you do that, and you also give a report, which I think is so great. So let's just say I'm a mom and I'm busy, because you know how we are, and I've got a question. Like, I'm not sure if it's a problem. I just want to run it by somebody. Is it cool to give you guys a call? Do you take those types of calls and sort of consult with your customers over the phone?
Absolutely. We are, like I said, we want to educate, and we're here to help. So you can call, you can text us, the number on our website. Yes, you can text us, you can email, whatever is most convenient for you. We're easy to get a hold of, or even through Facebook if you want to message us on Facebook. Yes, we will absolutely answer your questions and help you out the best we can.
Awesome. And the best place to connect with you on Facebook is your We Fix It Auto Repair page?
Yes, that's correct.
And is the web address the same?
Yes, wefixitautorepair.com.
Awesome. Well, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us, Alex. Everybody out there, I hope that this helped you out a little bit. I am picturing everyone walking outside and like looking at their tire.
I know, right? Do it today.
Right? Exactly. Today is your reminder. You can thank us later.
Yes, for sure.
All right, MOMnation and Alex, thank you so much.
Thanks, Katie. Bye, everyone.